Former United States President Donald Trump has been found guilty in a historic criminal hush money trial in a decision that could shake up the 2024 election campaign. He has become the first U.S. president, past or present, to be charged and convicted of a crime. A New York City jury delivered the verdict on Thursday afternoon after a 7-week-long trial, and it found Trump guilty on all 34 counts he faced. Prosecutors had called nearly 24 witnesses to testify, and after closing arguments concluded on Tuesday, the jury took 2 days to render a verdict. Trump was accused of 34 felony counts of falsifying business documents in relation to a hush money payment made to adult film star Stormy Daniels in the run-up to the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Prosecutors argued that Trump attempted to cover up the payment in an effort to improve his chances in the race, which he ultimately won. The former Republican president, who is set to face off against Democratic incumbent Joe Biden in November's election, had pleaded not guilty. He now faces a prison sentence of up to 4 years for each felony count, though court observers say it is unlikely he will face time behind bars as opposed to probation or community service. At the end of Thursday's proceedings, a sentencing date was set for July 11th at the request of defense lawyer Todd Blanche. That hearing falls 4 days before the start of the Republican National Convention in Wisconsin, where Trump is expected to be officially recognized as the party's presidential nominee. Outside the courtroom, Trump briefly spoke to reporters, saying, "This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people, and they know what happened here." He also hinted at a much-anticipated appeal, reiterating that he is a very innocent man. "We will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much," he said as he quickly turned and left. Reporters, meanwhile, shouted questions as he walked away. Why should voters vote for a convicted felon? Are you going to drop out? Tensions were high in the courtroom in the lead-up to the jury's decision. Moments before the jury announced it had reached a verdict, Judge Juan Merchan appeared prepared to wind down the closed-door deliberations for the day, announcing a cutoff at 4:30 p.m. local time. But at 4:20, a note from the jury arrived, announcing the impending verdict and asking for 30 more minutes to fill out forms. A silence fell over the room. Judge Merchan warned the courtroom against any outbursts. In the audience sat District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who announced the 34-count indictment against Trump on April 4, 2023, as well as Trump's supporters, including his son Eric. As the guilty verdict was read, court observers noted that Trump looked emotionless, his eyes downcast. But before the proceedings ended, Blanche, the defense lawyer, made a last-ditch effort to have the verdict nullified, citing what he called problems with key testimony from Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen. "We move for a judgment of acquittal," Blanche told Judge Merchan. "There's no basis and no way this jury could have reached a verdict without accepting the testimony of Michael Cohen." The judge, however, quickly denied the motion, and with that, he thanked the jurors and ended the proceedings. "You're excused with the gratitude of the court," Merchan told the 12 jury members. The New York case was one of 4 criminal indictments Trump faced. It is likely to be the only one to go to trial before the November election.